Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 4 of Europa Universalis 4 as the Iroquois. And yeah, I must admit I was expecting this Let's Play to be a little bit more exciting. The last time I played as a Native American country, we were basically... well, I was basically, because I didn't actually do a video of it. Before the expansion, when you could actually fabricate on your neighbours, I was constantly at war. Constantly. We can take a diplomatic idea. We can get our reduced diplo tech cost. Or better relations over time. Well, we don't want the migration cooldown. So do we want better relations over time or do we want the tech cost? Better relations... Don't think we need it. Let's take the reduced tech cost. Somebody else is in the Federation now. We've got Wichita in here with us as well. We've gained the forced migration CB against Susquehannock. We must force them to relocate. And you are where? Lenape, you guys. Right, so let's go ahead and put up our army maintenance. It's not going to cost us as much as you would think. Hopefully we won't instantly lose that CB. Let's move into the next province. Oh, and we have lost it because they've moved. Now, why did we have it when they were here, but we don't have it now that they are there? And because we still have adjacency. No diplomats to send, which is fantastic. Yep, we don't have a CB against you. Brilliant. So, you know, this is the problem. You can't afford to keep your army maintenance up. I guess I could have declared war and just ran my army around to avoid getting killed. We have now gained the CB against Lenape. Who are... which one? It is you. What I'm going to do right here then is I'm instantly going to go ahead and declare that war. Maybe I'm not. They appear to have a few allies. Yeah. Although it's the Micmac, the Abenaki, and the Picot. So there's the Picot, there's Abenaki, and where are the Micmac? Probably one of the larger ones. Oh, there's the Micmac. So it's basically these three little nations down here. We could probably take them all on and sort of individually piece them all out. If they get their army together, though, I mean, between them, they've probably got 6 troops each, so we're looking at a 24 stack. And that's assuming they don't go over their force limit. And nobody will come in to help me. And assuming my vassal helps me, yeah, it's just not worth it. And we've lost it. You see, they just move around so quickly. So you do have to pick your fights, and that's not one that we should really be doing. When is our truce up with you? February of 67. So we've still got sort of 6.5 years for that to be over. You do have an alliance with Ottawa now. Ottawa being a one province nation, so I'm not too bothered about that. We don't need to get a Diplo advisor because we're doing quite well on Diplo points. Speaking of Diplo points, can we actually integrate our vassal or annex them? They must have at least one core province that is close enough for us to core. So what we need to do is wait for these guys to migrate back to us. They probably will. Let's just make sure that we keep the improved relations topped off with them. Did the Cherokee just get wiped out by the creek? Yes, they did. Did our entire... I think our entire federation just got wiped out. Choctaw, Caddo, Wichita. Well, there's Caddo. Choctaw doesn't exist anymore. That's interesting. Let's just have a quick look here. You will soon be... Choctaw's opinion, 25. Well, where is Choctaw? They don't exist anymore, do they? Choctaw. Oh, they do. You're down there now. So... But you are a different nation. Choctaw the nation does not exist. Yeah, so the nation's actually gone. So we are being invited into another federation. So where's our... let's just have a quick look at our things. Yep, so it's only our vassal that we have now. So an alliance offer from Potawan and Squesthannock. Who are you? And where's Ottawan? Potawan. You. They are my direct neighbours. We may be able to vassalise them later. I think we do take both of them. Hopefully they don't hate each other. I should have checked that first, really. But that would have made sense, right? Yeah, they just hate Lenepe. And Potawan also hate Lenepe. They're allied with Abenaki. We should be okay there, then. So, let's go and... Caddo has left our federation led by Choctaw. Yeah, well, it doesn't exist anymore. So, recall diplomat. Let's go and improve relations with you guys. And let's go and improve relations with you guys. So, apparently, even though Choctaw doesn't technically exist, we're still in this federation. Which I find really weird. If I click on that, it goes to me as well. Go to Capital Province. Yeah, you don't exist. You're Chickasaw now. So that's a little bit buggy. But, you know, it is a Paradox game. Huron's been building a spy network on us. Still not quite ready to go to war with them yet. Yeah, we don't have any claims or any CBs or anything that we can act on right now. How are we doing here? We're about to get another military tech. I was hoping there'd be something in here that actually reduced the land maintenance, because that would have helped us save some... Why are we losing money now? It's like all of a sudden things are more expensive for us. Not too sure what we've gained that's suddenly costing us more money. I really don't want to let the colony go. I did put my army maintenance back down to 0, didn't I? Yes, I did. Let's put the colonial maintenance back there. I mean, I guess we could take out a couple of... We can reduce inflation, that'll help. Making a tiny bit more now. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get that on 4p here and keep it positive. If you could move next to us, we could annex you, and that would be fantastic. So nobody likes Lenepe, but we've got no diplomats to send. Don't think we've got anything we can do against you. Yeah, we've got no CB. And I'm guessing we can't rival anybody else at the moment either, no. So we're going to have to wait for Huron. And I might just vassalize them. I mean, we still won't be able to integrate them anyway because we don't have a direct border. But if we manage to colonize Seneca, then we could attempt to vassalize them. They'll probably be a pretty unruly vassal. So I think federations are broken at the minute. I mean, Choctaw doesn't exist anymore. So what we should do is leave this federation. Sure, there used to be a way to leave a federation. Yeah, because I can't actually click on Choctaw because Choctaw don't exist. If I go to their diplomacy, it just takes me to my own diplomacy screen. What about if we look at Wichita? They still exist. Yeah, a request to leave the Federation must be sent to the leader, Choctaw. But Choctaw no longer exist. And the same Federation as the Iroquois, led by Choctaw. It doesn't make sense. Fix your game, Paradox. Fix your game. So we're getting some trade goods here now. How much money are we making? Nothing. Nothing at all. I'll be glad when we can go to war with the Huron again, just so we can loot all of their provinces. Who are we sucking up to? These guys. Let's go back to sucking up to you then. I thought we already had an alliance with you guys. Who are our alliances with? Oh, Powhatan. It's not you. That's Picot. Which one's Powhatan then? Maneki, Micmac. Great Advisor has died. Powhatan, it's this one. It's you that I should be improving relations with. There we go. So we've lost our military guy. We're not at war at the moment, so I think we leave it like that because that'll make us a little bit of extra money. So we're making 0.63 ducats per month now. It's not an awful lot. We could potentially spend some points on development if we wanted to. We can take a military tech. Let's go and take the cheaper tech. We might find a tech that we can use it on. So is it worth spending some admin and getting some more tax, some more ducats here? I think it is. We'll spend a couple of points. And then we should make a little bit more tax money out of this. I mean, it's always worth upgrading it here because it does have the irrigation for the 50% local tax modifier. So any additional development we put into admin here and improve our tax is going to be improved by an extra 50%. So that does make it worthwhile. Diplo idea. Better relations over time. Or do we want... I mean, the thing is, if we start looking at tech, we are a million miles away from getting tech. And in fact, is anybody else teched up? Yeah, everyone's like tech 1, so... So, yeah, let's go for the better relations over time then. I wish your federation wasn't broken. I'd like to leave the one that I'm in. I mean, there's a notification up here saying that I will be dropped from the Federation because Choctaw's opinion of me is 25. But Choctaw doesn't exist. So I'm stuck in a Federation that I can't leave. Is it costing me a slot? No, well at least that's one thing. We definitely need our vassal to move next door to us so we can sort of try and integrate them. Recall our diplomat. Negative economic base. Is that by fire event again? Well, we'll take it. Theoretically, we've already failed it once, so we should pass it 4 times. I know that's not the way that statistics and odds work, but we managed to do it though. Local production efficiency in Mohawk. So that should help a little bit. Maybe that's why we suddenly had a drop into the negative income, because one of our temporary improvements disappeared. We've gained the humiliate rival CB against Huron. Our truce has ended. So what we should definitely be doing is, first of all, we should be embargoing them. We should also have our army maintenance up now. We should also try and complete our mission by getting at least a couple more troops. So let's do that. We might have to take out a loan. We also want to insult them. So that'll help get our power projection up as well. Then as soon as we've got our army together... Now they do have an ally now. They're actually in a federation now though. They're in a federation led by the Sioux. So that makes life a little bit tricky for us. If we were to declare war on them... Yeah, all of their little buddies would come in. But it's taken quite some time to get here, and all we have to do is take their capital. I'm going to go ahead right now and actually take a loan. And the reason I want to do that is I want to get up to our force limit, or up to that 75% and complete the mission. Because I think that will help out. Again, we want to allow friendlies to attach to this army. Completed the mission. We don't have another mission to take right now. Let's go ahead and get ourselves the Morale of Armies guy. Cost us a little bit of money, but it'll help. So let's go ahead and let's see what we can do. We'll declare the war. Our allies won't come in to help, but we only have to take the capital. So let's march in. I'm going to go ahead and put it down to speed 3 for this one. Offer to rent condottieri from Miami. Can't really afford to do it, to be honest. So what we want to do is quickly siege these provinces out one by one, because if we can do that, we can stop them from training more troops. And the quicker we can do that, then we won't have to worry too much about their buddies coming in to help. Doesn't give them much of a chance to get their army together. So they're going to walk off and they'll form up with some of their buddies, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'll keep one guy in each of these provinces because we are making some money while that happens, but what we need to do is get this siege as quickly as possible. I'm not going to drop the army maintenance because what will happen is their federation will probably turn up with a you know, a huge stack. Because we are at war against... Well, let's actually... What have they got? Yeah, look at that. They've got 46,000 men between them compared to our 19,000 men. So they've got significant numbers out there. So we definitely want to try and get this siege as quickly as possible before they turn up with a 46 stack. Now, a lot of it depends on how aggressive the AI is going to be at coming to fight me. And will he try and move them all together? Because if he just throws them at me in 5 stacks each time, I can probably fight them all off. But if he just comes at me with like a 20 stack or more, we're pretty screwed, so... Not seeing anybody coming at me yet, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. But I couldn't just sit around and do nothing. We had to declare war on him. He's our rival. He's our only rival. And basically, we've got nothing else to do at this point, so... We'd like our vassal to move back towards us so we can potentially try and integrate them. Otherwise, what's the point in having a vassal? Oh, well, let's try it again. See if we can get the fire event to go in our favour. I mean, more often than not, it should. And it was successful, so production efficiency in Onondaga. So we're now up to 1.26 ducats a month. If I had the extra money, I'd actually hire another couple of infantry. But we don't have the money at the moment. We also don't have a lot of manpower. I know we're taking massive attrition here as well, but I really don't want to leave that stack much smaller than it is. I'm not terribly happy about it only being a 12 stack. But the reason I've got these 3 guys here is I want them to do a little bit of looting. Because that all helps out. And we're still in a federation that we can't leave, which is a pain. Randomly lose some money. That's unfortunate. 0% chance of actually getting this siege. It's now up to a 14% chance. So we did manage to get a food shortage. Huron is building a spy network against me. Not too bothered by that. Now hopefully we won't have to march out and deal with the entire federation. Once we can take the capital, assuming we can, then we should have ticking war score. But I mean, what we could do if we wanted to is go and siege out the entire federation and take war reparations from all of them. Exactly how big is the federation? What are we looking at? So they are quite spread out. They're big nations, but they're spread out well. I mean, look at them. They're all the way over there. So, I don't think we have to worry too much about being attacked at the moment. New admin ideas. Cheaper stability cost. Reduced national unrest. I think we take the cheaper tech. I mean, we're not going to be able to start spending on it yet, but the other stuff's not all that useful. There we go. Got a 40% war score. Let's leave you guys here for now. So, do we want to go and take anybody else out individually? They can be separate pieced. Could we take anything from you? Yeah, the war goal prevents demand in this province. So we could vassalize them. They wouldn't actually accept a vassalization, which is not a surprise. But we could try and get all of their buddies to peace out and take war reps from them. That'd be something interesting to do. So let's go and have a look and see where they all are, because I don't remember. So we've got Illinois down here. We've got these guys up there. Have I got shortcut keys for these? Y and W. Should remember this. So we want to try and march up to here. Let's get everybody together if we can. Attrition be damned at this point. So we're just sort of marching halfway around North America. Taking massive attrition. Right, they've got a 9k stack. We are attacking into the forest. Their general is a 432. Wow, you've got a good general. Luckily, we did get a decent roll. Now, they've come back with their army now, so I think we need to go back down here and not let them get their capital back, is the important thing. Because that's what they're going to try and do, is take their capital back. And we've taken some quite hefty losses there as well. So we're going to go down and try and fight off their army if possible. So we've got a slight morale advantage, but that's about it. Okay, so let's get ourselves back over here. If we can start piecing them out one at a time... I mean, we are losing money, which is very unfortunate. We're losing manpower, but if we can start piecing them out one at a time, we can get a decent amount of war reps, and that'll keep us going for a bit. Unfortunately, we just ran into another army there. Well, it's probably more unfortunate for them than us. That did them some significant damage. They've got another one stack over there. We're going to dive in on that one and kill it as quickly as we can. And then hopefully we can siege this province out. We haven't got anybody attacking our home. Our vassal is still being completely useless. I don't know whether it's a reluctance with the AI to cross through uncolonised land or not. But I think that's probably a good place to end the video. We are burning through all of our manpower, which is very, very unfortunate. But maybe we'll get something decent out of this war. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as the Iroquois. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.